Delphine, welcome. Tell us how much experience you've got at polypectomy. Because you were here on a colonoscopy course, right?
Yes.
Not a polypectomy course. Okay. So since we last met Delphine on GIEQs, she's been doing some endoscopy. How much has she done?
6 to 8 endoscopies a week.
And how long ago did we meet you?
Half year.
6 months ago?
6 months, yeah.
So you've increased.
Sometimes 6 to 10.
Make it 10 will make it easier, right? So
Yeah.
6 months. Times 4, 6 times 4, 24, 240. So you maybe done 200 more, possibly.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And how's that been going?
The things with the loops and stuff, I get it better, but the polypectomies are still a big
Problem?
point of learning. Right.
So a polyp that's right in front of you,
Yeah.
that's quite small, is really okay. And okay, so in terms of what you want to be able to achieve ever,
Yes.
let's start with that. Target.
Yeah, it just my target for now is just to be able to do like the screening colonoscopies, to be able to resect the basic polyps, not like the really big ones in the second.
So up to 20 maybe to start with?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to start with, like the piecemeal resection, I really just did it once and it was fine, so I would really like to be able to do it. Yeah, that's just like the basic colonoscopy, but not only the really small easy thing, but the kind of
okay. So you want to be a diagnostic colonoscopist with the ability to find things that you treat up to a certain level, and you want to be good at it.
Yeah, I just want to be good at the basics for me.
Well, you're in the right place for that aspiration, I would say. So when we have a patient, which I'm not sure, I think will be quite soon, which patient is the last patient? So your wish looks like it's about to become true because, yeah, this patient has what looks like a 20 millimeter polyp. It looks a bit smaller actually to me than 20 millimeters, so 15 millimeter polyp, so even better for you at the hepatic flexure. It's non-granular, so that's always fun. And according to my piece of paper, nothing else. It's possible that there's many other things in there to be found today, but you just never know. Okay. Hand, right? Okay, go. Again. Perfect. Look at that, beautiful. Back to you, Roland.
Right, so you need to just inspect the base, Delphine. You get close to it. You need to wash it, inject water, and go around the the edge. You've got a perfect, very thin white rim around there. Can you see any residual adenoma? Just go right round the edge. And if you want to, you can get the cap right onto the lesion, press the water, and just do it all underwater with the what do you call it, the magnifier,
Near focus is this one.
Near focus, yeah. Is on, is it? I can't see. Oh, it is, yeah.
It was not, now it is.
Okay, so go really close, push the cap on the wound, and then put water in there, and try and hold it there, and just have a look at those edges, and they look pretty good.
Just keep pressing the pedal though, because you want to get the pressure so you can see around here as well. Go to the right. To the left, all right. Yeah, very nice. Okay, good.
So
all right, she's done that.
It's a good outcome. So do you think there's any risk of perforation or bleeding?
I don't think
so.
She says she doesn't think so.
No, because mucosa seems like intact.
So the mucosa seems intact, she says.
So I can think perforation risk for the bleeding. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's okay.
Well, there's no visible bleeding, is there? We've paused it, but whatever, that's fine. You'd said the mucosa is intact, but you meant the muscle is intact.
The muscle, yeah.
So the muscle looks like it's intact because you don't see it. So we don't see any muscle here, really. So that's great. And the margin is intact in terms of adenoma.
Yes.
You've just proven that.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about the pros and cons of, first of all, STSC. I know that John will be desperate to tell me he doesn't want to do it. What are the pros and the cons? So the negative is that the study does not show a difference with en bloc because en bloc already has a very low risk of recurrence. But the downside is I watched that snare close right next to the polyp in the majority of the thing. So can you be certain there's no microscopic residual on that margin? And for me, this is an extra protective effect that this patient never gets the recurrence of that polyp ever again. So my personal view is I would do it. Can I prove it yet in 2023? No, I cannot prove it. And finally, while she's doing that, please can we discuss the pros and cons of clipping here? Other faculty's view on that? So it's right colon, no other risk factors, 15 millimeter lesion. What do we think?
John, can you switch your thing on? I mean, I wouldn't clip this, David. I mean, there's no risk factors.
I must say, I don't think we have to clip it, except for it's in the right column. But these always bleed. These little en bloc, they're the ones that bleed. Not the 50 millimeter one you've done, but the smaller one you've done en bloc bleeds. I don't know. This is just what I've experienced. And it's
so actually, Dr. You may be surprised to know that there's a significant amount of evidence for what you say. So there is evidence that en bloc resections are more likely to bleed after the procedure than piecemeal resections. The reason for that is not particularly clear, but it's presumably something to do with the bigger pieces that people are trying to take and the further depth of thermal injury in that situation. So yeah, I mean, that is part of the equation here. Other people got other views on that?
So the thermal injury is minimal here, isn't it, David?
Well, do we know that? I think the thermal injury we're talking about is what is invisible underneath there, and the thermal injury to deep submucosal vessels, which later herniate. So, while I agree with you, the thermal injury to the margin is becoming more, but was minimal. I'm not sure we know about the deep injury and the depth of diathermy injury.